and welcome to the Point in Progress podcast, episode 43, your one-stop shop for news, recommendations, and some spicy takes. Join 5 friends across 3 time zones in 2 countries every week as we discuss all things we love while still thinking critically about them. I'm also realizing we're not just 3 time zones tonight. We are 4 time zones tonight. 4
time zones. Okay.
Oh yeah. We got East and then.
Oh yeah.
Well, I always forget, Fee, that you have.
I know.
Weird time zone.
Exactly, Kyle. Exactly. She's in a weird
You're
time zone
like
that should not
30
exist.
minutes ahead of me. It's
an hour. I'm an hour.
She's an hour ahead of you. She's 2 hours ahead of me.
Yes.
She's
She's
4
hours ahead to Harv.
of Sly and I. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets a little wild.
Are you sure it's not 3 countries? Because Harv's British.
Oh,
yeah.
It's true.
That was a joke. I
Harv?
mean, we've already acknowledged it before we started the show. But I thought for the longest time, actually forever, until I was on the same screen as Harv, that he was from Britain.
It's not even just
I have no
you.
idea why.
So many people think he's from Britain for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't know. I
don't either.
Do I have like British memorabilia that I'm like fucking flaunting out here to people? What's going on here?
I mean, you live in British Columbia.
No, but nobody knows that though.
Maybe they could already sense it.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's got to be the province.
It's got to be that.
It's gotta be BC.
It's got to be that. But yeah, as you can see, we are missing Mario tonight. As a running joke.
He died.
Oh wow.
Oh.
That was 2 dead references.
Oh no.
Harv and I are just on the same wavelength.
Mario is currently fighting off the peanut butter and jelly monsters of I don't know. We made something up for Fee last time she wasn't on the podcast. I'm trying to like
FEMA. Hers was FEMA. FEMA took over her place.
But I don't.
Wait,
I
Fee was fighting FEMA?
No,
Yeah,
FEMA took over. FEMA took over her apartment because she was having a blizzard. So
It
then
was
we
in the middle
had this
of
whole
blizzard,
narrative.
and
Yeah.
We had FEMA and PETA, and then we made a running joke that we got a sponsorship from FEMA, and PETA was attacking us. It was this whole thing.
I was about to say, did I miss the Fee villain turn? When
Oh
she's
no, yeah.
fighting?
There was a whole arc.
Yeah,
It
my
was-
villain arc.
It was a whole anime arc. This is her redemption arc though. She's fine now. No, she's been redeemed.
But
She
yeah.
saved the world like a few times.
Yeah.
She's currently saving Mario. Actually, that's the redemption arc.
How am I here if I'm saving Mario?
In the background.
Oh, in the background, of course, yes. With my 4 other monitors, I'm currently doing multiple things, including saving Mario. The arc. But no.
AKA Zario.
Zario. Okay, so yes, we are currently missing Mario tonight. However, we have, for the first time ever, Kyle on the podcast. You may know him from 6-1 Indie and the PS Trophy Room, 2 excellent podcasts and groups. Happy to say that I personally have been on both at one point or another. But yeah, it's been really exciting to have you on here. And I'm saying it like we've already done the podcast because obviously I'm doing so
great time.
Whoa!
It's planned to do a show.
All right. All right, guys, time to call it a day. Who did it?
I am super excited to be here. I love you all so very much. You're some of my favorite humans on the planet. So yeah, I'm happy to finally be on the show proper instead of some offshoots or like combining and doing a 4.5 drunken E3.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
5-hour
man.
E3 post show.
I know at least 2 people that listen to that entire thing. I'm like, bravo.
Thank you. No, thank you to those
How
2
many
people.
times did we cry during that episode?
A lot.
Real quick.
I can't.
Good
There was a
solid
lot of tears.
2.5
Like
hours
2
where
hours.
nothing of back and forth compliments and just crying.
I just can't wait until part 2, which is going to be this year, where we all sit down. Sit down and just cry. Oh my goodness. If you haven't checked it out already, definitely go back and watch the 6-1 Indie E3 recap episode. We were on there for a good solid 3 hours plus, and there was crying and
My favorite is
A lot of
Mario
love.
Mario went from like a traditional sitting in front of a computer, and then halfway through went to his bed and he was lying his head on his phone.
Yeah, he does that. He does that a lot. He does that a lot. He just like I'm just gonna leave real quick. He comes back and it's just like I'm just gonna chill in my bed now.
I have a feeling that's why we have him host the podcast, because we know that he's not able to go to his bed in the middle of the podcast if he's
That
the
is
one
true.
who's...
He would totally. In fact, if he would be able to show up right now, he'd probably be in his bed.
Yeah, but he has friends over, but he's also dead
He'll still be in
apparently.
his
So that's the arc. But yeah, so we have Kyle on. How are you doing, Zarv? How's it going, Zarv?
I'm doing very, very well. Very well. No, I'm doing well. I'm doing
That's
good.
good.
I am glad it's Friday. I'm glad that we're recording, and it's been a hell of a week, but here we are.
Yeah,
Here we are.
agreed. And Sly, how's it going?
It's going. It's the first Friday of Lent, so blessed Lent if you're observing. I'm here. We're hanging out. I'm happy to be back. I missed last week because I got a migraine, which sucked. But I missed your faces, so I'm so excited to be back with all you lovely people.
And we're happy.
Minus Mario because he's dead.
Yeah, we'll bring him back. Like we'll revive him somehow.
We'll revive him next.
I'm already drawing a summoning circle in my dining room with ketchup.
Okay,
his
first of
favorite
all,
condiment.
if we've learned anything from Full Metal Alchemist, summoning circles are not the way to be, and you're gonna lose an arm.
Next week, I might be one armless, and Mario might be in a full metal suit. So,
That's not how it works because he's the one who's dead.
oh shit! Then who's gonna be in the suit?
I don't know.
Probably.
Your cat's gonna be in a full cat suit, but it's actually just gonna be one of your helmets in the background. It's just gonna be a helmet.
yeah.
And it's gonna be like meow meow. Chaos. Jeez. Oh dear lordy. Okay. And I was gonna ask how you were doing, Frank, but it sounds like you have your hands full.
Oh man, I'm doing so good right now, man. It's day one post seeing the Batman. I'm already starting to feel withdrawals a little bit. You know, I'm getting a little itchy, but other than that, I mean, pretty damn good.
Well, that's fantastic.
On that
I'm like, I don't even know how to like move from that.
How to process.
Was it the itchy part?
Yeah, probably. I was just kind
Yeah.
of thrown off, and then you know what? Just trying to like mourn the loss of our friend Mario.
She's coming around.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Coming around to Mario being resummoned by a ketchup circle.
All right. On that point, we're gonna talk about some housekeeping. Speaking of Mario, Model Citizens is back. First episode can be found on our YouTube page at youtube.com/pointinprogress. As he talked about last week, it is going to be a monthly podcast that you can find on the channel. It's probably going to be around the first Thursday, give or take, or the last Thursday of the month. I know the first episode was this Thursday, so I guess the first Thursday of the month, who knows? I'm just setting a time limit that's or expectation from Mario and have no clue. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Also, as you can see, I finally got some new headphones. The saga has ended. That final chapter has closed. For people who have been listening to the podcast since the creation, I've been struggling with my headphones, and I finally bought some and finally am using them, and it is kind of weird, but still really excited about it. Baradynamics 880 edition is what they're called, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's the pros, and then online it says premium, but then on the actual box that I purchased it just says edition. Which, like,
just be real, technology naming is awful.
Agreed.
It's terrible, especially with headphones. Oh, it's the worst. There's like 40 different headphones of the same name. So easy to buy, like a different ohm, a different name. It's insane.
And like most of the time, the pro version are worse than the regular version.
Oh yeah.
Which one should I get? Just tell me, which one should I buy?
Yeah.
I think if he went through like 9 YouTube videos of just trying to figure out what the difference was between this and this. And then, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Yeah. Apparently the pros for this one are not as good as these ones, which is weird.
Yeah, I think the pros just have like better padding or something like that. Sometimes the pro moniker is just like it just has better materials. That's it. No better sound or something like that.
Yeah, it's like the material that's up here and stuff like that.
Yeah, like suede or something like that.
It's
But
so-
I mean,
I
if you
don't
have
know.
hair for the most part, you're not really ever going to feel that anyway, to be honest with you.
Yeah, super soft either way. And Frank has an announcement for next week, so definitely make sure to continue to follow us over on Twitter at twitter.com/pointinprogress, where you can see all updates. What?
The announcement for the announcement.
Yeah, it's the announcement for the announcement. Mainly because
As we
this
do.
is literally an impromptu thing that me and Mario had created. Literally after we saw the Batman and we wanted to talk about it, but we needed a way to better talk about stuff like this. So keep an eye out. Tomorrow is when we're going to iron out all the details as to what exact time this is going to happen.
Yeah.
But more than likely next Saturday, we will definitely be doing something pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I am very excited for that. So definitely make sure to keep an eye out over on our Twitter. And to get to the next point, what we've been playing. I'm going to start off with Sly. Sly, what have you been playing / watching / reading this week?
Oh boy. So I'm gonna start off with the video game I've been playing because I've been playing it for the past couple weeks and just haven't gotten to talk about it yet. A couple weeks ago, Letters, a written adventure came out.
Ooh, okay.
And very good. It's like the story is told through letters written back and forth between two pen pals, and it's like a light platformer / puzzle game, which is weird. It's also like a word game. It's really fun. The story is really cute. It's like very, it touches on some very real issues, has a very like wholesome epilogue that's very nice, and it's just really cozy. So yeah, if you haven't checked
That's
out
what I've heard from it.
Letters, it's very good.
That's not the same game where you write letters. Is it the same one?
I think it's
Were
the one
you-
that Doc Brooke played a while ago.
Is that the same one?
I think it is.
I don't think so. I thought it was just like a thing you can write letters in, and I
So
don't
you're
remember
not
there being a
writing
platformer.
letters. It's,
Okay, so it's not the same game then, because like she was writing letters and stuff like that. So it's okay. It's a different game. Okay.
Yeah.
You're reading the letters, and then in the messages, there's different words that you have to find, and you have to send them to different like drawings.
Maybe it is the same thing.
to
No, it is the
interact
same
with
one.
the drawings.
Is it
Okay,
the
yeah.
same one?
Yep.
It is the same one then. Yeah.
It's very good. I had a blast with it.
Mike over at 61 Indie, he sat down with the devs and talked about it, and he had a great time. He was like, "This is a Kyle ass game." So like, I'm very excited playing.
It was a Sly ass game.
Yeah.
I had so much fun with it. And then the other thing I've been doing, I've marked your tally for Sly mentions fan fiction on the podcast. So I found a fanfic that was 911 / Step Up, and then I started reading. And basically the premise is that Ryan Guzman's character in Step Up and in 911 were just the same person. And so I've been reading that, and it was super fun. And then I was like, I should watch Step Up. So I went through and watched all the Step Up movies. And man, I'm like 15 years late, but Step Up, very good.
The Step Up movies are actually pretty decent. Honestly, they're
Yeah.
pretty decent movies.
I remember
had
those being
so
pretty
much
damn good.
fun. The first one was like very, very good, very like serious, fun story, whatever. I watched them kind of in a weird order, like I do with everything. So I watched 1, and then I watched Revolution, because that's the first one with Ryan Guzman. And then I watched 2, 3, and then the final one that has like everybody in it.
Today I learned there's that many Step Up movies.
Yeah, I thought there was
There
only
are.
a sequel. Apparently, there's a
5.
Step Up cinematic universe going on here.
I know there's obviously the original, but then I always remember Step Up 3D.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Did you say 3D?
Yes.
Yeah, 3D.
Oh my god! I need to see this step up
You know,
3D in 3D.
you know what era they're from then now, right?
Oh yeah, like
you know
Spy Kids 3D and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So there's the like 5 movies, and then there's also a like foreign remake, and then I think there's a TV show, but I haven't watched the TV show or the foreign remake. I've just watched like 5 like movies. But yeah, they're very good. The last one was a blast. I like just today watched all it, and yeah, I don't know how I missed out on these movies is the real thing, because they came out when I was dancing competitively, and I was very much like classically trained, right? And then in college, I was on my dance team, which was very like hip hop, more styled, and so like the arc of all of these movies is basically one person who's like a street dancer and one who's classically trained, and then their worlds colliding, right? So like I don't know how I missed on these movies.
yeah, I'm
but-
shocked that you didn't see these at that time, especially since they're all about that. They're about like, oh, I'm a traditional dancer, and then the guy's just like, I dance on the streets, and then they like come together and they dance in the rain, and that's the end.
I am the streets.
Always a rain dancer.
Yeah,
There's
there's always a
always-
rain one.
Always.
Always
Isn't
a
that
rooftop dance or a rained dance.
Oh,
and
yeah, rooftop.
sometimes there's rain on a rooftop.
Do they ever dance in a Walmart?
They dance in a mall.
Okay, close
not
enough.
the
specifically-
the mall is more of an iconic thing than Walmart. The mall. When you dance at the mall, you fucking made it, you know? You made it.
You made it. This
I've
is
done
it.
so many performances at malls. It's ridiculous.
I think it's from the award-winning or award whatever crazy music video from Ariana Grande, which was a song called "Thank You Next."
Yes.
Did that have Step Up? That has Step Up, right?
No.
what we're seeing,
Dancing in it, probably. I don't know if that means it's step
That was
up.
from Mean Girls, though.
Yeah, they
right?
had Mean
No, there
Girls.
was Mean Girls, there was,
30,
13
13 going on 30.
Going on 30, and then there's I think Step Up was one of them when
I
she
don't
was
know.
dancing inside the
It's been a
track.
while.
The track. I want to say it was 13.
It was Bring It On.
Bring It On. That's what it was. Never mind.
Wrong.
No, it wasn't
Bring
Step
It
Up.
On. Also
Wrong.
another
Bring It On,
cool.
very good musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, but the musical's great.
Wait, what? Whoa.
Isn't it the cheerleading one?
Whoa, you haven't.
Yes,
Wait,
yes,
whoa,
yeah.
you haven't seen Bring It On?
I have not. but the
Sly.
musical's very good.
Wait,
Sly.
you haven't seen Bring It On?
No,
Oh, what?
I've
You
seen
got-
a stage production of it.
all
Bring
right.
It On is better than Step It Up.
Oh, 100%.
I agree with Harv 100% on this too as well.
Yeah.
It's
Bring It On is
cold
a
in
shit.
here.
From the stage play.
Let's be some tourists in the atmosphere.
I mean, I don't. The thing is, I don't know how to gauge that question because there's Evil Dead, the Broadway musical, and then there's Evil Dead, and they're very two different things. So I don't know how to gauge that.
No.
Anyway, so I played Letters and watched Step Up. That's
Okay.
been my past couple weeks.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna save a specific topic for the end, so we're skipping Harv for a little bit because I feel like that's
Oh.
gonna be a. He knows.
Zarv, you have been skipped.
You've been
Oh, no.
skippity skipped. Frank, what have you been up to
Hello.
this week?
I haven't really been much up to anything other than obviously going to go see Batman, but we're not going to talk about that today. Instead, we're going to talk about the game I've been playing this week, which is Dying Light 2. Man, I'm addicted to this game. Dying Light's always been a weird one where every time I jump into a Dying Light game, whether it be the first one or like even its DLCs, it takes a good little about an hour, maybe up to like 5 hours for me to actually get into it. Like 9 times out of 10, I'll like sit there and be like, this is okay. The parkour is cool. But then once you start like getting the flow of like the parkour, fighting the zombies, finding supplies and stuff like that, it's a really fun game to just run around and traverse and just do random shit on the map. I haven't really gotten too far into the story yet. Apparently this game has a 500-hour story. I want to believe that, but at the same time, I feel like that is way overblown due to the fact that you have to obviously run around the map, and this map is huge. Like, it is big. But I don't know. We'll see. I've been having a lot of fun with it though so far. Just traversing the map. I got my paraglider, so I'm able to like glide around the map now. I'm in like the big city of the game. I also do this thing with any kind of open world game. I'm probably not the only one here who does this, but when it comes to open world games, I like to do every single side thing on the map before I even touch the main story, and only when that map is cleared is when I will actually touch the main story, or unless they obviously block you out with like, you need this item to reach this area, so obviously you can't look at the secret or something like that. But other than that, I cleared that first area, Dying Light 2, before I could do that, and it was like almost 30 hours later. So now I'm actually finally starting to touch the story. But now there's 2 areas in the game, so now I'm in like the big city of the area, so I'm just exploring that right now. But I'm having a lot of fun. I'm surprised I'm having a lot more fun than I thought I would with this game. It does have a lot of glitches. Anybody who's looking to buy Dying Light 2, I will tell you 100%, there are a lot of game-breaking glitches in this game. I encountered one very early, and if I ever do a video on this, it's going to be in the video, where you have to fight bosses to get like power-ups in the game so that you can stay out at night longer. And one of them is locked behind a small little mini boss battle, and the problem I had was I spent like 3 hours on this boss, because every time I would fight him, he would jump towards me and then fall through the map. And then you have to then leave the whole area, go back to a bed, sleep, restart the night, and then fight him again. He would start back at 100%, obviously. And then the other issue being that sometimes he would just jump outside the bounds of the area, and if he's out of bounds in the area, he doesn't take any damage. So yeah, there's 2 ways that boss can break, and it was the most annoying thing ever.
Maybe
that
that's
and
why
getting
it's
stuck on
500
stuff.
hours.
It's 500 hours, yeah, because you're gonna be fighting a boss because of glitches for a long time.
You would think if they like fell through the map, they would just like, because like I know a lot of I know that from software games, what they do is if they fall through the map, or if they fall like through a place where they're not supposed to, they just die.
Yeah, no, this one just straight up like falls through the map and then shoots you through the map from under the map.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I'm
fun.
just like, what a dick move. But I haven't encountered anything other than that, like crazy. I did have to do like a really hard like story mission yesterday, and like I did a parkour move and I got stuck in the wall, and they just beat me up until I died. I was just like, oh, this is cool. I have to restart this all over again. But other than that, other than a few glitches here and there, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with it. But other than that, I haven't really done much this week. It's been pretty sparse.
Valid. No, I've been tempted because Lucas recently bought a new monitor and it came with Dying Light 2 for some reason. And he's just like, do you want Dying Light 2? And I'm like,
I will tell you this, Fee. I know that you have an aversion to FPSs because of like motion sickness.
This is going to be even worse for you.
This game will 100% screw you up.
Hence why I'm not playing it.
Headache every now and again.
Hence why I'm not playing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a first person like parkour thing. This is gonna destroy your stomach.
Yeah. Sometimes the part at first, like I don't know why, like the parkour, at least with the FOV that's default on the game, it does not look great. Because just the way the camera's constantly jerking like all around the area. But like once you like move out the FOV a little bit, it gets a little bit better. But I honestly I don't think a lot of people can get through this game because if you have motion sickness, because I never get motion sickness, and I got a huge headache at like when I first started playing this.
I mean, like I played Extraction recently, and it wasn't bad at all. Like I wasn't having too many issues. But I don't think I'm going to be playing Dying Light anytime soon.
You
but
know what game fucked me up?
Which one?
Portal.
100%.
Yeah. Portal will mess you up. Yeah.
That one will just send
it was
you.
So fun, but I was like getting sick every like 5 minutes.
That's not good. I want to play like that's why I usually like even I did play Doom, even though I was not feeling well the entire time, because I just was like, this is really exciting until I was in hell, and then I got turned upside down, and then we both fell because I was up against one of those fat demons, and I like ran towards him, and we both flipped upside down, so we were the only creatures or like beings on this side of the playing field, and then we both fell to our death.
Got flip turned upside down.
And then I'm like, son of a bitch, Bethesda, and then I turned off the game. Because
Fair enough.
Bethesda. Kyle, what have you been playing this week?
So like Frank, I haven't played much this week. But what I have is Horizon Forbidden West, which I am just adoring every single second. The first Horizon game means a whole lot to me. It was the first game that my nieces would actively watch me play.
Nice.
And then would constantly ask me about Aloy and wanting to watch me play with Aloy on the screen.
That's super cool.
It was the first time that they were like taking interest into video games, and like my heart grew 3 sizes more than it already is. It was like, oh, they love the things I love. This is amazing. So the second one has been a blast watching them just see just how much better it looks from the first game. And the first game already looked gorgeous. It took me 15 hours to finally get to the Forbidden West because there's so much to do in that first section. I'm just popping around, uncovering all the question marks and whatnot, and just enjoying the hell out of it. I'm excited to keep going with it. And the only opposition to me playing throughout the week is I'm struggling hard with finding the time after working all day and not falling asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
And like when I want to play a game, I want, like full attention span.
Yeah.
I want to give that game,
especially that game, because it's got a story, right? That you really kind of care for. Yeah.
You want to be immersed.
I don't want to play like half asleep and then the next time I pick it up, like this weekend, be like, what were the last 3 hours? I don't remember who this character is and whatnot. So it's a bit of a bummer, and that also ties into the other game, Elden Ring, which I'm sure we'll get into later. So I'll hold off with that if you want, Fee.
You're more than welcome. When the second I'm
you want about it,
because you know what, you talk about it all you want, and then I'm just gonna skip Harv because.
All right, cool.
So, I'm going to hold off on this joke actually, but it's definitely a joke that's going to be brought up in the next article.
I'm not a typical From Software player. Bloodborne was the first one that I made a mission to play, and that was just so I could platinum it in secret for Joe, my co-host in the trophy room. To surprise him, because Bloodborne is his favorite game of all time.
I was gonna say it's his favorite game, right?
Yeah. So he was constantly like, "Kyle, you should play Bloodborne. Play Bloodborne." I would say, no, absolutely not. I don't want to bash my skull in while playing this game because it's too hard for me. So did that and actually fell in love with it. So I was very excited for Elden Ring. It seemed like it was gonna do all the things that I want, quality of life wise, like a map, so I could see where I'm going, and markers to place so I don't forget things. And playing it's there just to be there, I think. It's still very much a figure shit out. And
100%.
The golden path is still just kind of vague enough, and
it's more clear this time around than it is.
Clear, yes.
Yeah, because it kind of tells you on the map where to go because
Absolutely.
of like yeah.
But
again, it is vague still. It's vague as shit.
Yeah.
When you run into an NPC, you're like, oh, I want to do this and this. Like, where the fuck are you going next though? Like, I don't know where you're gonna. I don't know where I'm gonna see you next.
Yeah. So I think I'm maybe 10 hours into the game, and I just realized like there's those spirit things that you can summon to help. And I was like, why won't it let me do this? Why can't I summon? I have like 3 of them that I've collected. Why can't I use them? I just found out that I missed a conversation with an NPC at nighttime to grant me access to use the thing.
Yeah.
And which the boulder going downhill of all the problems I have with From Software games are just starting up. Like, just tell me that.
Yeah.
Or make that part of the main golden path. Like, you have to talk to this person.
I will say for that person, Ronnie, who's the NPC that gives you the thing. I do wish that she popped up on any of the churches or any of the graces instead of the third church of Marika, because if she only pops up there, you can't get her
right?
at night. Yes, you can't get her anywhere else, and that is, I feel like, kind of like a misstep in my opinion, because like, if you're gonna give people, because summons are a big, like they're a mechanic of the game. If you're gonna give people summons, at least like when it's like, I don't mind the nighttime thing, but just have her in any of the grace periods, like any of the graces would have been, I think, really, really good.
Yeah, I understand why people love Elden Ring, and I'm sure I will once I restart a whole new character, because people have played it, so now I know where to go and the things to go pick up, and I will follow guides to make it a little bit easier for me. I just hate the vagueness of From Software stuff. Like I'm at a certain point in my life where just tell me where to go, tell me what to do, and I'll go do it. It's also, spoiler alert, why I didn't like Breath of the Wild and I only played like a half an hour. Because I don't enjoy the games that are just plot me in a giant world, and they're like, "Hey, go, discover."
Yeah.
No, tell me where to go. I'm at that point. Like, just tell me where to go. Tell me what to do.
Give me some direction here, you know?
Yeah.
I'm about I think I'm about 44 hours into it, 45 hours.
Wait, yeah.
And I've only finished the first dungeon of the game, so I've only done the first area. Of the game. So like I'm taking my time. I'm slowly progressing through it. Yes, the vagueness is there. I was looking at the to get the sword that's in every other From Software game, the Moonlight Sword. It's like a 30-minute video for the quest. It is a long fucking quest. Like this quest takes hours to do. And I was just like, yeah, this sounds about right. This is pretty much what a From Software game is. Like when you're looking at it, and I am loving it because I am a From Software person. Like I love these games so much that I love the obtuse nature of them. I love that they don't give you any direction, because one of the things that I will say about this game is like when it comes to like Bloodborne, when it comes to Dark Souls 3 and stuff like that, for the most part, you kind of know where you need to go, because it kind of pigeonholes you to a certain direction. Be like, you kind of have to go this way because there's not really any other way you can go.
Yeah, you've exhausted every direction, and there's only this other one to go. Yeah.
Exactly. And once you hit a boss and you keep dying to the boss, you can't really go anywhere else. You're kind of stuck at that boss. And then I think that's where a lot of people drop off. With this one, it's like, okay, yeah, I can't beat this boss. Like Margit took me like 3 hours to beat, but like for the first hour, I was bashing my head against the boss, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go do other shit. I'm gonna go do some side stuff. I'm gonna go fight some other bosses. You know, get some levels and stuff like that. Go explore the world, what it has, and then come back. Sure as shit. 45 minutes later, I beat the boss. Right? Like it's one of those things where at least it gives you the possibility of going to do something else.
Yeah,
I think that's what I really like about it.
My heart sank, Harv, when I found a treasure chest and I opened it up, and it transported me to a way higher level than I'm supposed to be, and I thought it would work just like old from like Bloodborne or whatever, where there was no way I was going to be able to get out of there, and this is now the world I live in, and I have to play through this higher leveled area until I remember that I can just transport to another
back.
And I was like, thank God, because this looks like a Bloodborne level with very big creatures.
Okay.
I can't be here right now.
I have never hit this chest before. I don't know where this chest is. I don't know where people are talking about where this chest is.
And so, like, that actually is a cool thing I love about Elden Ring, is because there are these things that you won't find. Or you will eventually, but so that kind of hidden obtuse nature I kind of dig if it's like the side quest things, but when it comes to like the main path, give me direction.
Yeah.
Area's cool looking though, Harv. Whenever you find it,
I don't know where it actually teleports you. I don't know if it's the Caelid area where like this fiery kind of shit, or is it like more north? Because I've seen like an ice biome as well already as well. So I don't know where that is.
It had like very like purplish, pinkish skies. And like poison kind of things happening.
One place have you been to the river yet? Where you go into a mausoleum and you go down a very, very long elevator.
I have not. No.
So once you find that, it's in the Mistwood. Once you find that, then come back to me and ask me like if you really like what is this game to you after that? Because that one area I think has really turned people from like not like being on the fence about this game to like Okay, yeah, this is something special because
okay.
that area is just I From Software did not have to go this hard on this game. But yet when you go down these places, these elevators to like these areas, you're like, how? Why would you guys go this hard for an underground area? And this underground area, you're like it's like 2 to 3 hours long itself.
Wow.
It's not even part of the main map. It's underground.
It's like the ladder scene from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, you're not just climbing a ladder though. God, this game is. They did something that I didn't think they could pull off, and that people are actually kind of like playing this game now that I never thought people would play. And seeing all those clips and seeing people on Twitter and talking about, like, every time I log on Twitter, there's a different boss trending on Twitter from Elden Ring. And you can kind of see as like a timeline where people are as they're progressing through the game. And it's kind of cool to see that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I do have a question. When are we getting an open world Metal Wolf Chaos? That's what I want to know. That's the game I'm waiting for.
What's up?
I was gonna say, is that a Metal Gear game?
No, isn't that the mech from Software game on the Xbox?
That's Front Mission.
Oh no, you are totally right.
That is 100%. Metal Wolf Chaos is a game.
Oh, is that?
2004. Yeah, from Software.
I remembered.
Yeah.
Is that the one where like the president of the United States is involved?
Yeah, I vaguely remember this game.
Yeah.
Like I have it. I have it on Xbox. I just don't. I haven't played it in a very long time.
No, one second.
Yeah,
I'll show it on the screen. Sorry.
The cover art has the American flag behind a mech.
What in the?
Oh yes, that's right. Because like the first few missions are just like literally in the White House.
Yes.
Gosh.
While I like completely mess this up. You know what? Window capture.
From Software is coming out with another they're coming out with remasters of the old Front Mission games. I'm pretty excited about that.
I don't think I've ever seen the Front Mission game, but that sounds exciting. I like mechs. You know, I like mechs, Harv.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it, it's all strategy based, so it's kind of like a tactics kind of game, and then you get to with the same possibility of like trying to take out like certain pieces of the mechs that you're fighting, so they can't like do like long range. So they're like, if you take their long range out, they can only do like short range attacks and stuff like that, and you kind of slowly.
Yeah, this is Metal Wolf Chaos.
That looks pretty metal to me.
It does also live up to the name. It is very chaotic.
It looks chaotic as hell. Yeah.
Like I love that image. Go back up a little bit, Faye.
Yeah.
The guy with like the dress shirt on and the tie.
Oh yeah.
Just like in front of like a Gatling gun.
Why not?
Why not? Oh my god.
That might be. Oh yeah, the greatest playable president of all time.
There you go.
Wow. What is this game?
This game is about as ridiculous. If I remember correctly, it's as ridiculous as Earth Defense Force.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Speaking of presidents, I've been thinking about rewatching West Wing.
I don't know where Fee is at this point because we haven't watched it in a while. And I'm kind of sad about it, honestly.
Okay, well, first of all, we'll get back to it.
But yeah, we've been watching The West Wing again. Oh my god, like, what a great show!
Let me know when y'all are watching that. I'll hop in there.
No.
I've been itching to watch it again.
It's been great. Yeah, we haven't watched it this week. No, I've only been playing. I decided to try some of the Stadia games that came out this month, and so one of them was Adam Wolf, which is a supernatural detective who is trying to find out what happened to his sister who disappeared 2 years ago, and in the process finding out that maybe she is alive. Maybe there's a cult that's specifically trying to find a balance of sacrificing other people to then gain immortality. Crazy stuff happens.
I love
This game is very
really
interesting.
Cool.
So I sat in Discord while she was playing this game, and I wanted to start asking her about questions about like, is that where point and click adventures are now? Is this where we're at and stuff like that?
Well, it's like, okay,
The writing in this game not great.
Yeah.
So can I just say something really fast?
Yeah, sure.
The main character, Adam Wolf, is that the guy with the blazer, the goatee, and the nose? I know that's not a nose ring. That's a thing. It's just weird.
You mean Chris Angel?
Yeah,
I was about to say, this man dead ass looks like he sells nickel bags behind a Taco Bell.
No, do you know what he looks like? He looks like he's about to sing like Dirty Little Secret from American Rejects because he looks like this. He just looks like the singer from
Wolf,
it.
what are you doing, buddy? Like in this other picture, I'm guessing because there's a mobile version who just looks very cursed, and then there's like a cool gun version that's on Steam. But the mobile version.
Yeah, so the game itself is made by Madhead Games, which is apparently a studio in Serbia, which is probably where the like slight miscommunication when it comes to the dialogue comes into play, because there's some really weird conversations. For example, you deal with an assassin, which, shocker, she instantly gives up. Instantly, and then you're just like, take this phone and call them and tell them that this is happening, and she's like, I'm calling to tell you that this is happening right now, and I'm like, I can't. I can't.
Right.
And there's some jump scares. A lot of the dialogue is also met with a gun pointed at you, or you're pointing a gun at them, and it's a lot of craziness. It is considered like an escape room, like point and click adventure, so you have to like, it's one of those things that you might see on the game store that has like find like 10-15 objects and here's some puzzles, and it's very like, it's a linear escape room point and click adventure, whereas a lot of like main point and clicks have like different areas that you can go to, and it's a lot more investigating. But no, it's absolutely bonkers.
Oh, shout out to that game.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut for any OG point in progress people.
Yeah, there's like Monkey Island.
Oh, Monkey Island. Oh yeah, I love Monkey Island.
In the Alps. It's
Murder in the Alps.
That Fee got a billion ads for when we were playing Among Us.
It's true.
True.
I got a lot of ads.
When we were playing Among Us, before we like when we were just starting to like make this happen, Fee got a shit ton of ads for that game, and I downloaded it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a total tangent.
I'm just saying, Adam Wolf likes pointing guns at people.
Adam Wolf spends a lot of time pointing guns at people, and he tries to bend a bullet. Does not work in his favor.
Like an avatar? What are you, a bullet bender?
No,
Like in Wanted?
Oh god.
like in Wanted. That's exactly what it was like. He's just. I'm not gonna spoil it for the people who want to. Yeah,
I'm not gonna. Okay to spoiling this game. I think you're okay.
Okay, so there's a point where he has to shoot,
Avatar.
and he like pulls out his gun, and he like turns it and goes like this, like instantly, like
So,
moves
yeah,
the gun.
so it's like
and so then
Wanted,
it
yeah.
shoots, and then it ends up getting like directed back at him because of supernatural abilities. And then he dies? Question mark.
Does he shoot himself? Like, does he curve the bullet back at him?
What's all the way around the globe?
No, there's some things that happen. But no, it's crazy chaos. I would recommend it if you like those types of games. It is currently free with Stadia Pro. I'm definitely not trying to hype up Stadia right now because I have feelings about Stadia right now. But I would recommend it.
I still can't get over the fact that the assassin came after him and I saw him and I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm good.
Well, he goes up to her and then like puts her, like tackles her to the ground, and then he's just like, take this phone. And so he like lets go of her arm. So instead of trying to attack him, she just takes the phone and goes on this phone call as he currently like doesn't have a gun in his hand and is holding down one of her wrists. She could have smacked him. She could have pulled out a knife or something, but no. She's like, let me just call the people and say I'm here and everyone is dead. Like,
the power of Adam Wolf.
Yeah, Adam Wolf is just too powerful. I'm looking at I'm guessing a promotional image because it's weird because this promotional image has like health bars on it. I can't tell if this is an actual in-game screenshot or not, but it's like a guy just holding up like a wrist blade and Adam Wolf just like, no, don't do that.
oh yeah, there is
Just
a point
holding
like
him
that.
back.
Yeah, because it's this like Oh, by the way, that's from episode 2 where a guy has a blade coming out of his wrist, which, by the way, terrifying jump scare because you're driving down the street and this guy comes out looking like freaking Edward Cullen, just grabbing the front of the and he's just like, you're like thinking you're gonna die as this guy's like taking this wrist blade and smashing the window with it, and you're like, what am I supposed to do? So you have to like go right and then you go left and then go back and forth and back and forth, and you're just like, what the hell's happening here? Like, what is going on? But no, that is definitely part of the game, and you do have to fight off that guy with the blade arm.
Yeah, I think the penguin's also in this as well. There's a character who looks just like the penguin.
Kind of, yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, this looks pretty cool. What's the gameplay like? Like, there's a lot of QTEs, I'm guessing.
Well, it's a lot of like just like clicking around, being able to take objects and it's puzzles, yeah. And you get objects and then you can take those objects to solve other puzzles and stuff like that, or be able to progress through the storyline. It is all over the place. And you're left with a cliffhanger, and I don't know what's going to happen with him because there's no explanation. Who knows?
He's just gonna start floating in the air and then the Mind Freak intro starts playing.
Also, you can definitely tell that.
Mind Freak.
Also, I will admit sometimes you can tell when someone's like recording in like a closet, or if you can tell that they're recording in like a living room, because like some people are like over here and they're like, you can't do this to me, and then you're just like, what are you doing? Like, what? Why are you like this?
I love when that happens because they always catch it too.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
and especially with these headphones now.
Recording in a closet right now.
With these headphones, absolutely, I can catch that stuff, and I'm just like, son of a gun. And no, update from last week. I now have 2 episodes left of Sex in the City. Really sad that I'm now at the end, which, by the way, as someone who's only gone to New York for like once, I like can catch areas that I've been to before, specifically Bryant Park. I can tell every single time they're at Bryant Park, I'm like, oh my God, they're sitting in Bryant Park and stuff like that. And I'm just like, hell yeah. And shout out.
Destroyed you in Mario Party.
If you say that you destroyed me in Mario Party,
I know you have this cloud over me to always be like,
I will tell everyone that Bailey did not ask you to get a photo with her.
Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know, we were sitting in Bryant Park for, what was it, Comic-Con weekend, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we were playing Mario Party, and then I was wearing a Iconics WWE shirt, and I hear, oh, excuse me, can I get a photo of you? And I look up, and there's WWE superstar Bailey looking at me and asking me that question. And Fee likes to say that if I ever make her mad or do her wrong, she's going to flip it and say that I'm lying and that she never asked me for the picture and that I'm the one that asked for the picture.
It's true. It's true. And I did win Mario Party that time. I did not win the second time we played because I remember we were at a bar and I was drinking and I proceeded to just leave midway through the game. Or we finished. I don't remember that game.
Sounds about right. Yeah,
I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened.
That's what I'm afraid of. Like, if I ever go out with like Fee and like, you know, to go drinking and stuff like that, we're have a conversation. She's just like just leaves and never comes back. Be like, all right, okay.
That happens a lot on Discord. So
I feel like you know, bring the two together.
I won't do that in person. I don't leave. I'll just like maybe like leave said conversation, but I won't leave said building because I'm smarter than that.
Well, at least let me know that you're gonna leave because of conversation. Just let me know that.
Just DMs you.
I think if he was ever in your neck of the woods, Harv, and you were hanging out in person like at your place, I think she'd come back. But I imagine if we were all in Nova Scotia. And
yeah, you should be like, I'm fucking out. I'm peacing out, guys.
Peacing out. I'm good.
Be like, all right, I'm just in the middle of fucking Halifax now. I'm at Costco.
Pizza Corner.
Yeah, hanging out on Pizza Corner apparently.
Yeah, and just take all of you to Pizza Corner and then leave you. You'll be fine. It's really straightforward.
Don't worry, just check Costco. You'll find her.
Yeah,
you'll find her.
I would just be like, y'all just need to take the 8, and I'll see you later. And then you'll be like, what's the 8? And I'll be like, good luck.
Good luck. That's funny because like one of our main bus systems here in Chicago, ours is the 8 as well.
The 8's the one that goes all the way from like Sackville, which, by the way, for people who are listening who know this, it's all the way in from Sackville. Yeah, it's a place. It's called Sackville. It's from Sackville all the way downtown.
All of the comments Mario would be making right now.
I know. It goes all the way down, like past like area, like it goes all the way down, like essentially through most of the HRM, which is the Halifax Regional Municipality, whatever. But yeah, that's like the bus. Like if you're lost, just jump on the 8 and you'll be taken to a place where you know where you're supposed to be.
That is not how Vancouver works. And if you ever came to Vancouver, you'd be like, where the fuck am I and how do I get home? And I guess this is my home now.
Well, you really visit Vancouver a lot to know it, being from London.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. But no.
I forget that there's 2 Vancouvers. I'm like, Vancouver's not that big.
Oh no. Yeah, the Vancouver in
Vancouver, Washington.
Washington, yeah.
Not that big.
Yeah.
It's just there.
I mean, Vancouver City itself isn't that big either. Like Vancouver City itself is like it's not an island, but like it's on the water, right? So it in theory it can't even be that big, but there's a lot of streets and a lot of one ways, and it gets very annoying.
I don't know. I thought the
annoying.
same way when I was like looking at a map of like Manhattan, because I was just like, I don't understand big cities. And I was just like, I remember looking at the maps and be like, oh, this seems pretty small. And then I get there and I'm like, this was a mistake.
This was a mistake.
I'm
in danger.
Arguably, Manhattan is probably the most easiest to read on a map and navigate, just because all the roads go north, south, east, west. Like if I remember the first time I drove in Washington D.C.
Oh my god, DC is the worst place if you get lost
in DuPont Circle.
Yeah.
It's a giant traffic circle that's 3 lanes wide, and I was on the inside, and nobody would let me come out. I went around that thing like 8 times.
Yeah, you can't get out. If you want to leave the circle, you gotta wait until everybody else.
Oh my god,
It's not
there's
great.
like they have those circles in Nova Scotia, and you can see like specifically in the winter when people are just fucking tired of it, because then you'll see like the actual like roundabout, and then like right in the middle they're tire tracks because someone fucking in their truck got fucking done. They were done, and they just drove right over that fucking hill, and they're like fucking.
I have a couple in my town, and that would also happen. But then they were like, you know what? We're gonna eliminate this and just plant giant trees in the middle.
Oh,
so you
come on.
can't go straight through.
Oh
You
my
gotta go
god.
around.
One day the tree is just gone.
Exactly.
Vancouver the same way too. It's just like it's either north south or east west. Really, that's what you're looking at. But the problem is like here in Surrey where I live, if you're in a main street, it's an avenue that either increases or decreases. So it's like they're all numbered, and then all the cross-accessing streets are all like streets that are numbered. So you're going from east to west. It's either increasing or decreasing, right? So it's easy. It's easy to figure out. Once you're downtown, Vancouver is just like fucking, you don't know where the fuck you're going. But the streets are intersected, so you kind of know like what street you're on.
Valid. Well,
Downtown Seattle is a perfect grid, and I love it for that.
Yeah.
Halifax is just on a hill, so you have to like. It's the worst, especially during winter, or if you've been drinking, trying to go from like the bottom to the top. It's no.
Is Sackville on the bottom?
Yeah.
Is Sackville a top or bottom?
My favorite.
So, Sackville is completely outside of downtown Halifax. It is like I have thoughts about Sackville, and it's not very positive.